So our money-making machine has been running flawlessly this whole time. We're up to 67 billion, but the Litecoin is of course crashing still. It doesn't matter because pretty soon we're gonna be running money-making things at the governmental level. We just need the data center to keep going like it does, processing so many pieces of text. And while that's going there, we can do some requests to get some coins to unlock some of these boosts that should help us. So we should be able to divert the scanned text images, which do gather pretty quickly. And of course the upload speed goes to there. So we'll divert this download speed over to the uploader here. So we can actually upload the images really quickly. So that didn't take much time at all. You can just go back there where you were. So there's 25 more coins. And I didn't realize we weren't doing anything with the text files here. Well, we should still be able to bring them over to the uploader. So the text files that are a little broken can be uploaded super quickly, and there's another one complete. What are we doing with these otherwise? Well, a whole lot of nothing right now, but also the images have to parse through here now. For now, we can also move the correctly fragmented text files for another objective, which does waste almost 1 million of them, but we're not using them for anything else. And the images look like they're gathering enough that we can do that as well, but we do need 10,000 of them, so I guess we can just let this run like it is. And the re-downloader can be used for the sounds, because at least we can sell those for quite a bit, but it looks like our upload speed kinda got disconnected there. There we go. And it looks like Litecoin is on the rise, 200%, easy sell. We also got a lot more GPU cores that I didn't realize we had, or they just aren't going? They show up, but they're not active. Interesting. I feel like I'm not supposed to see this. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm not, because the processor here is doing the same thing. And in all that time, we have maxed out the rest time, so I think we are boosting things? Yeah, we stored up a boost. Excellent. So that's gonna help the money machine roll a little bit faster. But I guess we also got no new sounds coming in through here because the upload speed got disconnected here. There we go. Let's just disconnect the uploader here so both of those can run a little bit faster. We are making 500 million per second, so I don't think we're losing anything by sacrificing the images. Now, after a little bit of time, we have 13,000 science, or research, whatever this is. And now we can get Bitcoin mining with medium volatility. Now we need 50,000 to unlock hacking. We probably gotta send bigger files off to research. But here's the Bitcoin. And there's the image request completed, yes! Now let's stop sending off this to the wrong spot. And there's no sounds coming in pretty quick. So we can go back to images, but now we can mine Bitcoin. So let's disconnect you and start mining this, which does take a little more time, but we do have 1 trillion. Is that enough to upgrade the cores here? It is. Yeah, sure enough, that's what was happening. But now we got 4 cores going to the thing here. 4 cores and 7 years ago. But now, how much is Bitcoin worth? I think we just scrapped all that Litecoin there. Whoops. But just 13 of them at the lowest value is 6 billion? This is gonna be pretty good once it picks up. And it can go up to 300%. So we'll just let it cook. Hopefully we can get trillions off of this. But we also need to work on the data refiner a little bit more. Can we get more than 1 data refiner? It looks like we can actually. So instead of images going through all of this, we put it through the data refiner with a little more clock speed, and now we are refining them a whole bunch of times. So now we can plug those in, and they're researching for the same amount, but we're getting 12 per second. That's way better. Too bad we can't have more than 1 data lab. But we can increase the data lab node limits through here if we just got a few more points. And by points, I mean coins here. But we do have 170 right now, which is enough for some of the things up here, but they're not really worth it. So let's do some more requests and get the sounds compiled and out of here, because we only need 100 of those. And we can upgrade the GPU speed as well. I think we can do that comfortably once. So that is already making quite a difference in the Bitcoin operation, which is good because now it costs 1 trillion to upgrade it. Do we really need text to stay downloading? I'm not sure we do. Also, are there any text requests left? It looks like there's not, but we are getting close to the maximum value for Bitcoin. Uh-oh. Oh no, it's going down. It's going down. Oh, but it's going up again. Come on, get to the maximum. 296? 300, yes, 500 billion off of 100 Bitcoin. I'd say that's pretty good. Oh, I also just realized since we're sending off the images to be researched, we are not earning any money right now. So we could start selling the texts, which do not earn a whole lot. Yeah, 14 million per second, that is not very much at all, which is really weird to think about that many millions being nothing. But at least the sounds are still worth something. It just takes a little bit more time to sell them. But we do still get hundreds of millions out of them. We just need them coming in at a more regular pace. So what if instead of all these text downloaders, shove all of this to the side and then set up a sound downloader network, kind of like this one. So you're a part of it, you're a part of it, and then you're a part of it. And then we need a folder for it all. Now, where were you going? Oh yeah, the request uploader. Well, this should solve that pretty soon. Things did slow down here with downloading 3 different sounds at once, but we can still upgrade it here, and we could do it again. I think that's worth it. And there we go, request completed. So disconnect you, and then you go on your way to the virus scanner. So we're back to earning 76 million a second, which isn't as much as before, but there's another objective complete, up to 200 of those coins. I think that was enough for something here. No, not quite yet. Although we can increase the value of sound files by 100%. So that's earning us a lot more money quickly. And then we can do it again, earning half as much as before. I think I found the problem with the money is that I was uploading the sound file that was still kind of corrupted. But now that we're uploading the secure and properly fragmented files, we're earning almost 1 billion per second. And there's a lot of sounds to go through, so it should be pretty good for that. Also, can someone tell me what this means? Like that 1AA. You want a battery? Well, this is gonna hurt, but now we have enough to upgrade the data center, so we are processing the images way faster. So much so that the autocollector is not keeping up that well. Actually, it kind of is. And we actually have most of the text files refined. Still 1 million to go through though. Meanwhile, we are a little under 3,000 away from completing the last image request. It is kind of crazy that the autocollector is receiving things so, slow, because the sounds are not fast to sell, but just one of them does so much for the money gain. And actually, now that I think about it, this network exchanger isn't doing too great for us because it's actually less download speed going to all the sounds. So we can have the image downloader be connected to that. It is slower, but I think we're doing fine there. And then the majority of the speed can go to all of these. That is so much faster. Oh my goodness, what was I doing before? What else was this connected to? The re-downloader. We don't really need that going, especially not connected to that one. It should be connected to the sounds. But of course we need the download speed going there. So the big one can go there. And that's helping things out. 1.8 billion per second? So much better. Like we just doubled it just by crossing some wires around. And now we actually have 50,000 research. So we can start to unlock hacking. Oh yes, and that's an achievement worth 50 coins, very good. So what sort of process is this? It's its own tab, provides hack power based on hack experience. So we can get one of those right here. It needs an input for something. Starts a breach against anonymous. Awarding with hack experience on success? Okay, and then launch payload. So is this like a closed loop? So we got this going to that. So we have 10 hack power right now, which is generating 10 payload. And then that connects to here. So if we do enough damage, then we breach. And then that connects all the way back to here. Can we have this just go down like this? There we go, that looks much better. So every time we hack anonymous, we get experience. And then when we get enough experience, then we level up. So now our hacks actually do more, so we can hack them faster. Oh, that's amazing. But that is threat level 0 of 1, so we can increase the threat, which means we need to send in a lot more breaching payloads. Did we do it? I think we did it. And I think it's worth more experience as well. Yeah, it's worth 4. So now we have hack power of 22. Is there upgrades for hacking? There is. What does this cost? Oh, we completed the image request. Okay, great. Now we can stop sending those away pointlessly and start selling them. Just for that extra little bit of money on top. And we could have the download speed net into there too, which is not giving us a whole lot of speed. So we'll just use the upload directly from there. And then we can disconnect the upload here. There we go. But they also have a firewall bar there, so is that just like shield? I think that's what that means. Hold on, services? Resets and refunds all hack points. I see. Well, there's that request. So we have 300 coins there. So we can get another network node. Oh, that would be so good. But some of these are also good, but they're also 200 coins away. Okay, so we get some hack points depending on the hack level, I think. So when we get to level 3, we should get another hack point here. Sure enough, we do. Breach rewards, increase breach time limit. I think the breach rewards are gonna be better. Well, let's increase the threat. I think we're good for this one now at level 2. Oh yeah, we can do that. It doesn't earn a lot for experience though. Okay, good. Corporation breaching only takes 25,000 research. This one was expensive. There's also a whole bunch of other things here. Enhancement, allowing files to be improved. Compression, reducing its size. Oh, that would be good for things like sound and whatnot. Infection damage, ability to build infection damage. What? Oh, this hacking is getting crazy. So we got corporation. I'm guessing this is like state government, federal government, and then whatever that one is, secret society. But the fact that this can all be a closed loop is kind of cool. So this can be its own node group. So we're doing good enough at level 2 here. Let's go to level 3 and see how we do, which is not nearly as good. So let's drop the level back. I hope we didn't lose anything from that. There we go, hack leveled up. So we should do better at this thread level. Oh, still can't get it? And that takes 2,000 experience now? We might need to boost this. I'm guessing the breach rewards is how much experience we get. So let's increase the payload damage by 10% a couple of times. So that should be 40% more, which puts it up to 70 per second. That should be good enough for here because we get 5 seconds to do it. And sure enough, threat level 3 is done. And we get a pretty good amount of experience there. How bad is level 4? That might be too much. Yeah, it's too much. We'll just stay at level 3 as we focus on other things because we do have 2 trillion again. And Bitcoin is getting to its maximum. With 277, it's already worth $1 trillion. Oh, but it's falling again. Oh no, it's falling again. There we go, get back up. Almost there. It just fell, come on, get back up. No, stop falling. Okay, we'll sell for $1 trillion. It takes $8 trillion to upgrade the research more, goodness. But I feel like now to keep up with everything, we definitely need more network nodes. So that's what we'll spend all of our coins on. Increase network node limit by 1. Does that let us, oh, we can have 2 of these now. Oh, but you're reset all the way to 0? Well, we have a lot of money, so let's just upgrade this as far as we can. So it's actually doing better than this one. That shouldn't last too long, but I think this one is a good candidate for the network exchanger. Oh, our hacking leveled up. Awesome. Is it good enough for level 4? Oh, just barely not. But now if we do this with the network exchanger, then the speeds reverse. So we can upload really quick, which would be good for selling, especially the sounds down here. Oh yeah, that's way better. Is that really helping our money gain though? It doesn't quite look like it. Well, tell you what I'd rather do. I'd rather have a dedicated network thing here, purely for the sound downloading, which seems to be going faster. And then this can work on other things like the re-downloader and the image downloader too. But somehow our money gain went down. Oh, because it stopped getting upload from here. That's more like it. And now we have 25,000 research. So we can start to breach corporations and steal secret data for money purposes. I like this idea. Okay, and then that's government. Not sure what this one is, but now instead of breaching anonymous, we can breach corporations, which I think our hacking power is gonna be pretty good for getting through all this. Oh, and we can actually hack 2 things at once? But it distributes the payload, but we can still get both doing this? Oh, wow. Or maybe not. We can easily get through the corporations, which is giving corporation data used for breach upgrades. But where does that go then? It's got a upward triangle here, so do we bring that to a collector? Yeah, we're collecting it. So this is where we use it. So we can spend 5 of it to multiplicatively, there's that word again, increase money gain by 20%? Yes! Oh, that's huge! And now's a good time to increase our breach speed to to get just ahead of the curve, reaching Anonymous, but it still is ever so shy. By 2 points, really? Well, we gotta reduce the threat in that case, so we can still do both. Are we good enough to increase the Breach Corporation level? Not by itself, so now we're getting neither of them. But now we're getting this one, even though that really hurts our experience gain. And we still can't get the corporation if we're splitting the payload, so let's just hold off on that. We do have enough to increase money gain yet again, so almost 3 billion per second. Oh man, government breaching is 500,000. And this is 2 million, what in the world? We need way better research going on. Now I wish I saved up for this data lab node limit. Well, we can double research speed for 10 minutes. Which is helping the data point gain now, and we're still able to get pretty good amounts of corporation data. Oh, with blackmail, we can reduce prices, and that can go up to 25% cheaper. That doesn't sound bad. Let's upgrade this to match this one. Let's get rid of the breach corporations for a little bit, just so we can increase our hacking ability and sell the sounds for more and more and more. 5 billion per second. There we go, hack leveled up. Level 6, 113 hack power now, which is actually 172. Easily gained through Anonymous, but it doesn't give much experience anymore. So let's increase the threat here, and we can handle this one if it's by itself. Still don't earn very much on experience, but if we leveled up, then we should be able to split this again. Easily getting through the corporations now. Which, how much corporation data is this giving? Is it just 1? Yeah, it's just 1. Let's increase the threat. So now we can get through both. Excellent. Which is earning us 4 corporation data. So now we can increase the money gain by another 20%, and what's nice is that this doesn't seem to have an upward limit. Oh wait, it's not sending one payload to each other alternatively, it's splitting the payload damage across both. I see. Well, we do have 2 trillion again, so let's upgrade the... Which one should we upgrade? We're getting close to upgrading either one of these networks here. And with this one here, let's go ahead and increase the breach speed even more. So we can actually take care of both of these in good time. Let's increase the threat of Anonymous. So we're at level 4, which we can't get now, but if we increase the threat of the corporations, then we can't get that either, so we definitely need a hack power increase. Well, after a little bit of time, we have 50,000 research points, which sadly everything is too expensive for, although we could increase the efficiency of the scheduler, which I'm not sure if I want to use that thing. It's right here, convert GPU into clock speed. That doesn't really help me. But we do have enough corpo data for either one of these upgrades. And reducing prices I think is gonna help because these are getting expensive, even if it's only a 5% decrease. So instead of this upgrade being 8 trillion, it's 7 and change. And honestly, we can free up some of these things here because we're not doing documents anymore, or text files rather. So that should free up a little bit of clocking speed. And we can also spend about 1 trillion to increase the value of sound files even more. 10 billion per second, a little bit more, 12, a little bit more. We almost have it maxed out, earning 13 billion per second. And then if we double it for 10 minutes, 27 billion, and get a little more money gained through the corpo data, 37 billion. But now, of course, it takes even more corpo data to increase the money gained or reduce the prices. 800,000, that is insane. But we can make the sound files as pricey as they can be, so that's 41 billion, and that lets us quickly get enough again to upgrade our data research speed, spending it all yet again. But you can just hear how much more we're doing through there. We can't see the rate still because we disconnected the images, so we are getting 51 research points every second, which honestly doesn't seem like too much, especially when we need hundreds of thousands. But we're getting there. Now let's wait for this to get up as high as it can. Oh, could have gone up a little bit more, but that's fine. We still got more trillions out of the crypto, which we can use to add another GPU and then bring it through here. So now that Bitcoin mines even faster, and then we can also upgrade it and upgrade it again. So now our Bitcoin operation is doing better. We're getting close to leveling up here, so let's disconnect the corpo for a little bit, increase the threat here, so we can grind out this level and get a little bit more hacker experience to get even more hack power, which it looks like is giving 300 experience at a time, give or take. And we're doing well enough at this level. How bad is level 5? Needs 1,000 breaching damage? Yeah, we're not even close. another point. I don't think we need to worry about speed so much anymore. More damage. So we got 298 every second. Is that good enough for here? It looks like it is. But of course the experience needed is very drastic. So let's dial back and then see how far we can go through the corporation. The first level is easy. And the next one, also easy. And the next level, 1,000 breaching damage needed here. We can still get through it. Gain a lot more corporation data out of it too. But in order to do both, we can get through Anonymous pretty well, but not the corporations. At least when they're both valued at 500 breaching damage, then we can get through both pretty well. But man, that hacking experience is just nothing now. Really quick, I am curious how expensive the sounds are for research, so let's disconnect all of this, put you into here, so we can get some refined sounds, which is worth 8. Okay, that's not so bad. It does take a lot of clocking speed to get through one though. We'll need a lot of improvement to make that work. There's also still a lot of images in the virus scanner there, which is kind of surprising. Are we selling those? Yes we are. But now we have over 1,000 corpo data, so we can get even more money gained. And maybe it is time we increase the clock speeds because that is not keeping up very well with the sound files. That's looking better. And it's refining the images a lot quicker too. Oh yeah, I see where the bottleneck is. There's 6,000 sounds in here without getting processed properly? Yeah, we definitely need to upgrade the clock speed. This number is slowly going down. I think that fixed it. We also have 600 Bitcoin here. It's almost worth $1 trillion at its lowest value. Yeah, by itself sells for 200 million money. We just gotta wait for it to appreciate a little bit. And by a little bit, I mean a lot. It's going up. Keep going. There we go. A little bit more. Looking nice. Not nice. Go back. Yes, even more than before. Very good. Keep going. Almost there. Get to 300. Yes, 8 trillion off of that. Very good. Now if we upgrade speeds here, doubling it, that's even more sound files coming in. And you know what? Maybe we do bring that scheduler in here and turn this GPU core into more clock speed, which can connect right down here. It's not as much as the other cores by themselves, but it does help. There we go. Now we have enough money to download or unlock the video downloader, which is probably even more massive than the sound. Sure enough, it is 100 megabytes for this. That would take 50 seconds for this network downloader to work through this. So almost a minute for video. Oh boy. Well, something else that we have is 150,000 research, which isn't quite enough to get into government buildings, but it is enough to get either compression or enhancement, allowing files to be improved at the cost of increased size, or allowing files to be compressed, reducing their size. This should help as we go into bigger things, and it looks like it just goes up from there so we can get more of them. I think we're gonna need this, which also opens the way for portal. Unlocks access to the dimensional portal, which also costs $1 million. So if we input a sound file to this, then does their value go down? It doesn't. Ooh, that's really good. So if we get that over here, then that compresses pretty quickly. So let's disconnect this and just compress a bunch of them. I think that still retains their research value, right? This is worth 4, refine is worth 8. So it should, which this is also hurting our money count, but there's still plenty of sound files in the virus scanner. I think we can do this. And then you go into here, a little more clock speed like so, and that is going through the sound files so much faster. Oh my goodness. Let's disconnect you, let you finish all of this, and then we can start researching sound files for even more research, which is good because it'd be really good to get into government breaching, but that's very expensive, and so is whatever this portal is. Also the infection damage. So much more research needed. But at least we got the hacking all squared away with some really good payoffs from that. And we can multiplicatively increase our money yet again. So that is 120% more money than before. We don't really see a rate right now because all the sound files don't have an input anymore. Although if we compress them here, and then we add an allocator, right? So we stop this, and then half of them can go to the research like we were doing, and then half of them can go to the output here, which unfortunately I think just erased all of those sound files that we were working on because now these are compressed. Oh, why did I do that? That was so much potential money wasted. Well, we can still upgrade the network speed here to download sound files faster. So they do compress pretty quickly, but now our raid has heard for all of them. Well, I think we've done enough damage for today. Ooh, some more trillions right at the very top. 8 trillion there, excellent. But I hope you guys enjoyed another video of Upload Labs. It'd be really cool to see these other research nodes, but it's getting pretty expensive to do so. So you guys will have to let me know if you want to see more. Thank you very much for watching, and sub to Intern.